Carvana's third quarter net loss, the future of Ford's escape plan, used vehicle profitability tumbles, and more. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Laura Harris. Welcome to Auto News Now. Coming up, more on those stories for you. But first, our lead headline. Carvana faces a net loss in the third quarter, $508 million. The reason for this? High used vehicle prices and rising interest rates. The online used car giant says this led to softening demand as consumers zeroed in on affordability. Carvana revenue fell 3%, and the retailer sold 8% fewer cars and trucks. Executives say it's probable things will continue to get more difficult before they get easier. Ford officials say Kentucky is the key to Ford's future. The automaker is investing $700 million in its Kentucky truck plant to build the next generation Super Duty, one of its most profitable vehicles. And the automaker is spending $5.8 billion with a partner on 2 new battery plants in central Kentucky. They are slated to open mid-decade. The unanswered question, what will happen with Ford's escape plant in Louisville? You can read more on these stories in our newsletter, The Daily. To subscribe, go to the More section on our website and click Newsletters on the left side of the screen.
Developing self-driving vehicles. There's been $160 billion spent on development of self-driving vehicles and the related technology. And we still don't see robotaxis on the road in great numbers. There's just experimental programs.
That's Jerry Hirsch, our very own Automotive News Tech and Innovation editor, talking about the problems that face self-driving vehicles.
Development of autonomous vehicles is happening very slowly because there's huge technical issues with creating safe vehicles that can travel in urban areas without risk.
Jerry says autonomous vehicle progress has been made in dribs and drabs. The growth has primarily been in contained areas like mines, distribution yards, and even some ports. And after speaking with experts, Jerry says even those seem to be many years off.
They're just small incremental improvements, but we just don't see robotaxis, that pick you up and take you to work every morning, and those still seem to be many, many years off.
Jerry spoke with Emily Shao. She's a partner who leads McKinsey's autonomous vehicle practices in America. She says robotaxis are still at least a decade off. But the industry is undergoing a shakeout. Other AV companies will fail or be acquired because many billions of dollars of investments are still needed. Also, the complexity of urban driving is an extremely expensive and technically challenging problem to solve.
However, we shouldn't say that all this money has been wasted because there's certain areas where autonomous technology is moving forward and there are great commercial opportunities.
But companies face crossroads as they figure out how to grow. The biggest jumps will be in the trucking space. Companies are already buying real estate by highways as a way to create new autonomous driving opportunities.
They're going to create hubs. Think of these as kind of like airport terminals.
These new hubs are a sign of significant progress in the development of the technology and business plans for autonomous trucks and other heavy equipment. But other problems still remain: density of traffic, pedestrians, and other risks. But a commercial approach may be the way to grow.
This is a business model that looks to be moving forward at a decent pace, and we could see that happening within 4 or 5 years throughout the United States.
As this model grows at a faster rate, experts still say autonomous driving is still 5 to 10 years away in mass scale and will require a huge amount of investment to come to completion. Thank you so much to Jerry for taking the time to speak with us. You can read more on Jerry's story on autonews.com. Used vehicle profitability tumbles for public dealership groups, and Q3 declines range from 11 to 31%. Each of the 6 major public dealership groups is taking in less gross profit per used vehicle, while Penske Automotive and AutoNation have seen sales volumes drop too. One analyst says the used market will be a weaker profit stream compared to the new vehicle side, and that will continue in the near term. Volkswagen stops paid advertising on Twitter. This comes in the wake of Elon Musk's takeover of the social media platform. The automaker says it's monitoring the situation and will decide its next steps. That's all we have today for Auto News Now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at AutoNewsTV and online at autonews.com for updates from our reporters all day, every day. I'm Laura Harris. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next time.